Practitioner Jay here. Just wanted to jump on very quickly and really encourage you to take a second look at your childhood, your family of origin, because certainly in utero, we are already, we have much of our own unique, many things. However, a lot of times our family of origin are the blueprint of much of, how we show up in life. Now, there's still studies out on where we get our love language and the hand we write with, and even, orientation and things like that. But all of us have our own love language. All of us have our own forgiveness language, how we prefer to be apologized to. We have our mourning language. How do you deal with grief? I was reading this story or study, I'm not exactly sure exactly what it was, on they did a poll of many Jewish Americans, and as adults, they realized that many of them had issues, and not necessarily negative issues, just issues in general, with their mothers. And what they discovered was all of them, I believe, were in Budapest in 1945 when the German army came in and, rushed Budapest. And there was a significant amount of trauma with the mothers that were staying home at the time. And the babies picked up on the dysregulation from the mother and their trauma, and they started to have dysregulation. And it was interesting how all of them had very similar pasts, histories, and yet each of them had some type of, interesting dynamic with their mother, such as one of them was like, I've learned at a very young age, I just, thought or assumed or learned that if I completely regulated myself, my mother would be okay. Or I learned to always apologize because I thought I was responsible for my mother's dysregulation, or, what have you. And that's because when the Germans infiltrated Budapest, obviously, all of the Jewish mothers were concerned for their babies, and therefore they were dysregulated, they were stressed out, possibly traumatized, and the babies felt that, even pre-verbal. And then, of course, so all I'm saying is really get to know your family history, do a little research on your childhood, the stress, the distress, the possible trauma, any type of betrayal in your lineage, because the more you know, the more you can understand you, the more you understand you, the more you can give yourself the gift of giving your all to your partner, your spouse, your significant other. So both of you can continue to grow, continue to know one another, continue to know what buttons that, work for you, what buttons not to push, what makes you click and tick and the whole 9 yards. So do a little research on your family of origin. You may just be surprised on where you get some of your mannerisms, some of your idiosyncrasies, some of your thoughts, beliefs, tendencies, you name it. Good luck.